Namaste. Hello everyone. Welcome to Shal Gulhati, Shiva and Mysticism for another episode of Monday with Mahadev. We have done a couple of episodes about Shiva and science, and we have done a couple of episodes touching upon the Shiva Sutras. So last time I told you I will come back with a story about Mahadev. And my chachi, who's my aunt, my godmother, all the way from London, asked me something which showed me the story to do. And she asked, what is the origin of Shiva? Has he ever taken birth? Does anybody know about his parents or siblings? So we did an episode here in which I told you that there was a time when Brahma and Vishnu, Brahma is the father of all gods, and Vishnu ji is the sustainer of the world. He incarnates as Ram, as Krishna, and so on to take care of the world. Well, they were fighting with each other to decide who's more superior. And while this was going on, they saw a huge column of fire coming from the sky, and which was like a lingam. And they decided to stop fighting and find out the source of that lingam. And they could not. And in the end, Shiva appeared from inside that and said, "It is I am Shiva." And thereafter, probably they realized that he is Mahadev. So Brahmaji had known that although he is the father of gods, that he creates the Devatas and a lot of creation in many world cycles, that there is his source also, and that is Mahadev. So the story is that once Brahmaji thought that I should do a lot of tapasya, I should worship and pray to Shiva and ask him for a very special boon, because Shiva is known to give all boons to all sincere seekers. So Brahmaji prayed on one leg and with lot of austerity for thousands of years, and finally Shiva appeared in front of him and asked him, "What do you want?" And Brahmaji thought of a very unique thing. He said, "Mahadev, you are the God of gods. You are the creator of creators. You are the king of kings. You are the father of fathers. But I want you to take birth as my son." So Shiva was very pleased with the way things had been presented. And he said, "Tathastu, so be it. I shall come once as your son." This is the legend. So then a baby was born to Brahma who was a mind-born son. He didn't come through Saraswati Ma, not through her womb, but he was just sort of produced. But he was Brahma's baby. And so Brahma was very pleased, and he knew that this is Mahadev who has come as a baby, to make me his father. So at that time, Brahmaji, of course, had his own kind of celestial kingdom, and there were courtiers, and there were devtas, and royal gardens, and halls, and everything that goes with an established kingdom. So Brahmaji threw a very big party that my son is born. And when the party was going on and everyone was coming to look at the little baby, Mahadev probably realized that he is Mahadev, and now he has been reduced to a little baby who has to be held by the father, and everybody can come and see him and make comments and do whatever. And perhaps for that minute, he felt a great sense of reductivity. And he started crying like babies do. He started wailing, howling, loudly crying. So Brahmaji told him, "Oh, my dear son, you're crying. I shall call you Rudra, the one who's crying and howling." So Shiva was calmed a little bit because he liked the sound of the word Rudra. It gave him a sense of power. But then, out of the corner of his eyes, he started looking around, and he saw the chariots and horses of Brahma, the royal tigers, the elephants, and some other animals, and he started crying again. God alone knows what came in his mind. Probably that he was actually the creator of all these, and he used to love the jungles. So when he started crying a second time, Brahmaji, who was very kind and who was very paternal, looked around and saw that it is the animals that the young Rudra is looking at. So he declared, he said, "Do not cry, my son. You shall be Pasupati, the lord of the animals." And then the little baby Rudra stopped crying. And this is the legend of how he got his title of Pasupati, lord of all the animal kingdom. So, although we do not have a real origin story of Shiva, he is swayambhu, Shambhu, the self-created. He is the primal energy which creates itself by itself. And then he may take a form or may not take a form. This is very debatable. It depends not on our speculation, but on what Mahadev really wants. So the fact is that we do not know whether he had parents. We do not know whether he had siblings. But yes, it seems that this legend, where he agreed to Brahmaji to become his son as Rudra, also fulfilled his own need of having a father. I hope you like this story, and next time I will be back on the same channel with another answer to a question that my friend has asked. He asked me all the way from America, why did Shiva give such priceless revelations in Kashmir? Why Kashmir per se? And what is the connection? So I will come back next Monday and tell you why the Kashmir Shaivism was revealed in Kashmir and why the Shiva Sutras were given to the rishis of ancient Kashmir. Om Namah Shivaya.